Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed this blessing for me and you on one condition, that in hardships and difficulties that descend upon us, we move toward Him. Just like that cold autumn day, where we seek refuge. So an effort is also required from our side. If hardships do not leave us alone, perhaps this is our own fault. This is the divine tradition, Sunnatullah. One must go, one must ask. غِيَاثُ الْمُضْطَرِّينَ, He who's the helper of the desperate. You're in the worst academic or professional situation and do not know what to do. You're at a loss. Nothing comes to mind, as if all paths were blocked. Suddenly, you think of an old family friend who's very good and very kind, whose goodness has reached everyone. You share your problem with him, the very problem you thought had no solution, and in the shortest time, he solves it, guides you, and unties this knot. How do you feel at that moment? What would have happened if you hadn't asked him for help? Let's don't forget that our Imam is witness to our conditions. He's fully attentive to us. But we too have a duty in this matter. He's the helper of the desperate, but for whom? هو كهف وغياث لمن استغاث به. He is an asylum and a helper for whoever appeals to him. He's ready. He's always there on the condition that we move toward him. مثل الإمام مثل الكعبة إذ تؤتى ولا تأتي. This is the saying of Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam, who said, the Imam resembles the Kaaba. It is approached by people, but it itself does not go to them. This is our duty. We must go toward the Kaaba to place tawaf around it and to seek refuge in the shade of its walls. If we don't go toward it and don't place tawaf around it, our pilgrimage, our hajj is not accepted. So too is the Imam. Even though he is in occultation, we must still turn toward him in ease and in hardship. This is a duty for us. We must behave in such a way that his occultation has no effect on us, as we see in the narrations of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. We should continue to act so that it's said we are with him, his loyal followers. But why? And for what reason we should act this way? من لزمنا لزمناه ومن فارقنا فارقناه. This is the statement of Imam al-Rida alayhi salam, who says, whoever keeps company with us, we will keep company with him. And whoever turns away from us, we will turn away from him. So when we say he's the shelter of the fleers, Malja'ul Haribin, he's the rescuer of the fearful, Munjil Khaifin, he's the protection of the one holding tightly, Asmatul Mu'tasimin. When we speak of him in this manner and say these things about him, we must follow the same pattern. He's a refuge for the one who flees to him and takes him as his shelter, a rescuer for the fearful who comes toward him and asks him for rescue, a protector for one who holds tightly to the rope of his love and affection. In all of this, it is I who must go toward him. It is I who must shed a tear and extend a hand of need toward him and ask him for help. Because if he's so kind to one is heedless of him, what will he do for one who turns toward him? How does he treat the one who greets him every day? What does he do for the one seeks refuge in him during life's hardship? How does he treat the one who constantly speaks with him and confides in him? What does he do for the one has made his Imam his closest friend? So this is not the end of the story. This is only the beginning of the path. A path with every moment is filled with his love and friendship. A path that's entirely his cognition and the growth of it. A path in which there is no tiredness. Does accompanying Hujjatullah bring weariness? Does constant conversation with that beloved and hidden from sight bring anything but delight and bliss? Does the feeling of his presence ever grow old? Let it not be that I separate myself from him. Let it not be that day after day passes without my having spoken to the one upon whom my life depends. Let it not be that the connection between Imam and his follower is cut. This is beyond a recommended act. This is beyond mustahabbat. This turning toward him and speaking with him is the condition of my being a follower. Every day we must set out toward this Kaaba and gather around it. If we don't place tawaf, our Hajj is not accepted. Thus, the Imam in occultation, like the manifest Imam, is a blessing. And this divine blessing has effects and benefits. So, some of its effects are for everyone, even his enemies, while others are specific to those who take a step, make an effort, and ask of him. Brothers and sisters, these are not claims. These are absolute realities. We only need to believe, extend a hand toward him, take a step, moisten our lips, speak a word, and say, Ya ibn al-Hasan, so that we may see and feel his fatherly kindness and compassion. Yes, he is a refuge for everyone who's without refuge and seeks shelter in him. O Shi'at Ali, you're not alone. He's always there. He's there enough for you to rely on him, always and everywhere. I truly mean it. Always and everywhere, if you want. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرج وليك يا صاحب العصر والزمان.